Let's find out if Laddie Williams is also going to be at those meetings. Perhaps he's going to also have a new status. Laddie, I don't know if you're going to be part of BRICS. I know Nigeria has expressed interest to be part of it, but I guess we haven't taken the steps yet. From January, we have, and this Uganda is close to us. Yeah, so they're going to be.
Who knows? We might get our own approval.
Yeah,
very
but
soon.
Don't forget that President Trump is against some of those policies. You know, the de-dollarization efforts by BRICS.
Yes, anything that's not going, or any transaction that's not going to use the dollar for international settlements, you're going to get a huge, hefty tariff. And we already see Russia already trying to use Bitcoins for international
but Laddie, you know, I know you're anxious to get to your red board.
Yeah, it's really red.
I see your shades of red.
It's so red.
Yeah, I wonder how this will affect the relationship between incoming President Trump and Mr. Putin. We know their relationship is very cordial.
Had a cordial relationship.
Yes, so I mean, we see Russia on this side of BRICS against the dollar, and we know President Trump, when he goes out there really hard. So I wonder how
it'll be quite a bit. It'll be interesting to see how it all plays out, because at the end of the day, Trump is all about America first. He's all about, you know, the dollar,
America first,
being the dominant currency, but he's also backing Bitcoin, you know, at the same time. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it unfolds,
ahead of us in 2025.
You know, in 2025. We'll watch out for all the intrigues in most of these markets. But for the crypto market now, it's blood on the streets at this point. Bitcoin failing again to cross the $100,000 level. 3.17%, big drop there, and we see the altcoins also bleeding out most of the profits from over the weekend. Let's look at the sentiment in the market. How are investors feeling now? I'm looking at the Fear Greed Index. We know it was still greedy for the most part, but let's see if it's still greed there. Yeah, extreme greed still 79 points. Over 100, finally meeting up with me at this point. Let's look at the top headlines in the crypto market. Now we see El Salvador, they've continued their Bitcoin buying spree. That's the smallest and most densely populated country in Central America. They're still piling on more Bitcoins, adding another to its coin to its treasury. You know, on Christmas Day, they boosted their reserves by about 5,997 Bitcoins, and that's valued at a cool $595 million. So we see El Salvador still buying more Bitcoin, following the likes of MicroStrategy. Then we see the Altcoin Season Index. That's a popular metric there to gauge by CoinMarketCap to gauge when the altcoins will start rising. That rose by 1 point to about 48. That was today, signaling that the cryptocurrency market remains in Bitcoin season, but it's showing some kind of subtle increase there. We know investors love the altcoin season. That, according to them, that gives more gains than what you would see with Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin is up over 100% year to date so far. So we see Bitcoin maintaining that dominance as most altcoins have fallen again, with Bitcoin dropping about 3%. All right, then we see Russia. They're using Bitcoin in foreign trade. That's Russia's finance minister, Anton Silvanov, says Russian companies have begun using Bitcoin and other digital currencies for international payments following legislative changes that allow such use in order to counter Western sanctions. And I remember back when we were covering the Russian invasion of Ukraine, there was always comments from Russia talking about finding ways to circumvent the Western sanctions, and Bitcoin and cryptocurrency was a major force there that the Russians were using to bypass some of these sanctions from the U.S. and its allies. So definitely interesting to see how much Bitcoin grows for international settlements. Then we also see, according to a Bitcoin historian, as there's just about 6% left of Bitcoin's total supply that's left to be mined. And we know Bitcoin has a total supply of about 21 million coins that will ever be available. And we've seen a lot of companies and countries, buying as much Bitcoin as they can, even at these high prices that we're seeing at the moment. So That again is going to play into how much Bitcoin is left to be mined. Just about 6%, 1.2 million Bitcoins left. We're supposed to discuss how that's going to impact the cryptocurrency market, how that's going to impact Bitcoin's price, going forward. We've heard about conversations about limited supply, but unlimited demand. And we did hear Jerome Powell say gold, Bitcoin is like gold. So he called it digital gold, and we saw the impacts for the market. So 2025 is very interesting. It remains to be seen, going forward, when all the Bitcoins are mined, what's going to happen next? Does it mean you would have to trade, to get access to Bitcoin? What happens to miners? Will there be no more miners once all the Bitcoin is mined? So many questions there in the crypto world, Dini, and definitely it's pointing to some kind of direction, at this point, seeing that all the Bitcoins are almost mined.
Just 6%
Just 6%
left. So if you have a Bitcoin today, laddie, hold it. I know yesterday, MicroStrategy, they did share how they bought 113,000 Bitcoin between November and
That's
today.
a lot of Bitcoin.
Yes, and then El Salvador now. So I guess it's going fast, and perhaps it's truly...
What's going to happen with the miners once
they'll be out of
the
job?
last block is mined?
They'll be out of job.
Out of a job. That would be so weird.
Well, I think they'll just have to look for maybe another coin.
I don't think Ethereum would have maxed out by then. Maybe Ethereum might still have, maybe they'll move to the next cryptocurrency that has a lot of supply.
Yeah, because what were the miners doing before they started mining Bitcoin?
Right. Maybe we're mining.
And don't forget also, laddie, maybe for you, it wasn't out of the blues, but out of the blues this year, we saw Telegram and all those activity around there. So, someone as we speak is already thinking of the next Bitcoin
What's
or the
next Bitcoin.
Yes.
After everything is mined. Who knows?
Who knows?
So much to look out for.
Yeah, all right, laddie.
And I'll get my gift after this from you.
Oh, I'll think about that. So that's it on the program. Thank you so much for being a part of Business Incorporated. Well, Laddie's waiting for his gift. I'm also waiting for my gift. So when you give me, I'll give it to him. Well, it's been interesting. We'll do it again tomorrow, the final one for the week on Business Morning and Business Incorporated. You on holiday. We're happy to make your holiday an informative one. I'm Ini John Mekwa. Bye-bye.